rolling, ladies and gentlemen. DEGREELESSNESS, the podcast. Welcome back.
Oh,
Episode
baby,
7.
baby. Oh my
baby.
God. Episode 7, really?
I know, right?
Lucky 7. Oh, boy.
Holy shit.
Hey, bud. It's a rainy fucking day. Check it out. It was beautiful in Chicago all day. So gorgeous. I take an Uber home. I step out of the Uber, straight up, get to the curb, and instantly, like, the biggest rain droplets, just torrential rain pouring on me. And fortunately, I only had to walk like a block. I don't know. Are you aware of Uber Pool Express?
Yes, I am. But, man, I'll tell you, gee, you are telling the wrong person right now, man. I miss rain like a motherfucker.
Oh, fuck that. I mean, the rain, it's nice. I just didn't like being caught in it. And if I have to walk somewhere later, it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, that's a good point. I don't
have an umbrella, dude.
I can certainly empathize with that. Dude, it's hard to explain just what kind of weird psychological effect living in Los Angeles, where it is literally blue skies and sunny and like 75 degrees every single day.
It sounds magical.
I mean, it is to some extent, sure. But the thing is that you don't, until you're in this sort of environment, especially for people like us who grew up in New England, you don't realize how much you rely on the changing seasons to inform your brain as to like how far through the year it is and how much time has passed, you know? Like when you were a kid, I'm sure you associated autumn and it getting a little cooler and shit like that with it being, 2/3 of the way through the year. Oh shit, it's snowing out and everything. It's winter, it's cold, it's frosty, it's getting towards the end of the year. You don't have any of that to inform you when you're in LA. It's just the same temperature and sunny all the time.
Really an interesting observation.
I mean, and for like Jules, for instance, Jules is always like, fuck you, dude, I'm never going back to Chicago. It snows there. Fuck that. So like, I get it. But especially for me, man, I miss the snow. I miss seasons. I miss snuggling up under a blanket with your girl and some hot chocolate and, and chilling. And like it's all, the weather outside is frightful, all that kind of shit.
I mean, I'm with Julie here, but at the same time, what you said is very interesting. But still, I mean, like, when it's like 75, sunny and chill, that's when I'm like,
I mean, it is
happy.
awesome, and there's just people smoking weed everywhere out in the streets all the time. It's very
that's Willy Wonka shit, dude.
It is very
crazy.
It's paradisical. Is that a word? I think that's a word.
I don't know. Is it?
I feel like that's a word. Ladies and gentlemen, comment section below. Is paradisical a word? Paradise-like. Let's find out.
Okay.
Yeah, but it really has a weird kind of psychological effect on you. I feel like I'm just stuck in this sort of this limbo where there's no seasons and time doesn't pass, and I'm just kind of in this like perpetual state of pseudo summer. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, it's like your entire life is this opening of a porno. It's awesome.
That's an interesting metaphor.
Yeah, dude, I'm all about that.
But anyway, so that's quite an intro for this episode. I feel like a few interesting things that I want to touch on specifically before we get into it. Bobby, as you know, perhaps a lot of our listeners, I'm sure, don't know. A long time ago, when your boys were working at GameStop. If you could believe it, when both Bobby and I were in charge of separate GameStop stores for more than a year at a time. It was truly a frightening time for all parties involved. But during that period of time, we had our obsession with video games in a weird spot. And this, as it seems weird to even say this, but this is at the time when eBay was in its infancy, right? It wasn't quite the phenomenon that it is now. And we decided that we were going to go out and we were going to buy a Neo Geo machine, because somehow we got it into our heads that the least possible, if we're going to have an arcade machine, the least possible one that we could have would be a Neo Geo. Bobby, I don't know how you feel about this. I think maybe a close second would be either the 4-player cab of the original Turtles game, the Simpsons game, or the X-Men game. Those are the only ones that could hold a candle to an original Neo cab. Bobby?
Yes, but Neo always took the win because you could plug different fucking games into it, which instantly makes it like it takes the cake in any argument because it's so many games.
I mean, sure, you can play. There's a lot of dope software that they put on a Sega. What was it, Sega JAMA board? That was what those boards were, right, back in the day. Yeah, there's a lot of dope games that are like that. But a Neo Geo, you could just open the back and pop in any fucking game that you want. Those are this was called the MVS, or the multi-video system, whereas the home consoles were the AES. Do you know what AES stands for?
I used to.
I feel like Arcade Entertainment System.
That was my first guess.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Again, comment section below. What does AES stand for? If not Arcade Entertainment System, then what?
Where I should do a fact check, but my hands are full.
No,
we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to that. Okay.
Talk about the Neo, which is so okay.
I'm sorry, I just got a text from my boss. I was distracted.
I haven't gotten to the punchline yet.
Yeah. So anyway, we go out and we end up finding a Neo Geo. It's a conversion cab. I think it was an old Data East cabinet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So
it was a pretty good conversion.
It was a very good conversion. It had a lot of the original marquee shit in there. It was very good conversion.
It was pretty solid. And I mean, the hardware in general worked really well. I mean, we did a little maintenance on it from time to time, but overall, it worked pretty fucking well.
Oh, yeah, this was great. And this must have been like 2004. So a long time ago. But so it was a conversion cab, and it was only a single slot. And like Bobby said, we had to do a little maintenance on it. I think we had to fix one of the speakers, a bunch of other little minor stuff, clean out the, the buttons, joysticks. But it was a great machine. We absolutely loved it. And sadly, when we left the last crib we shared in Chicago, we had to let it go because Bobby couldn't take
a number of factors.
Yeah.
A number of factors.
Yeah. Which we won't get into here. Yeah. But suffice to say, we had to let it go. We were very sad. And this is at a point where, dude, our Neo collection, I still have all those games. And, dude, we had at least 10, 11 games probably. Some true classics like Money Puzzle Exchanger. Amazing. We had a full Metal Gear.
Awesome
Metal Gear.
Fucking weird, unique game.
Yeah. So we Metal Slug. We had a full Metal Slug series. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
One of my as I'm notoriously terrible at fighting games, but we did have a copy of The Last Blade, which I loved. Amazing game, really neat mechanics, and some really great character design too. Last Blade was
so great.
And that Neo, it came with a vertical shmup called Ghost Pilots.
Oh my god, yeah, Ghost Pilots, dude. God, that game is fucking amazing.
For those of you who are not familiar, Ghost Pilots is vertical shoot 'em up, but it's styled after like a pseudo kind of World War II feel. Yeah,
so it's like a 1942 Neo ripoff.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is, Bobby. Thank you.
Like, I don't know what the ghost part of it has to do with anything. There's nothing supernatural in the game at all.
No. I feel like a lot of people hated on that game back in the day, but I
always...
always...
very plain Jane, but it was still decent.
Yeah.
I played a lot of shitty vertical shooters. That one wasn't shitty. It was just... And it also was brutally unforgiving, dude. So it was not super fun for a lot of people to play.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of unremarkable.
Yeah.
I would say is probably the best way to describe it. So anyway, so we had this Neo Geo. We loved it. And it certainly made us feel like the elitist gamers that we thought we were back in the day when people would come over to the crib and we'd have a fucking Neo Geo machine. Like, how many people have an arcade machine in their house? Much less a goddamn Neo Geo MVS. Pretty fucking sick. At least we thought so at the time. But anyway, so a couple years ago we had to get rid of it, and we had to abandon it in Chicago. I should say is probably a better way of describing that. But I did something a little crazy yesterday. And so like I said, we had all of these MVS games. I've just been hanging on to them, hoping and waiting for the day when we would have a Neo again. And I was on eBay the other day chilling. I found an arcade seller around the Los Angeles area was selling one of those Cruisin' USA cabs that had the seat attached to it.
Oh, great.
And great. Not a Neo Geo. But just on a whim, I hit him up anyway. I sent him a message like, yo, G, we're in we're looking for a Neo cab for the studio. We're in Los Angeles. He hit me back, had not one but 3 Neo cabinets, and was
Holy
willing
crap.
to sell them. Holy shit. Each of these, 25-inch monitor, perfect condition. One of them was even an original fucking Neo cabinet. One of the not orange, the red ones. And so all three of them had 25-inch CRTs. Only one of them was original Neo, but they were all fucking 4 slots. If any of you don't know what that is, original Neo MVS machines, they were just singles. I think there was 2 slots, 4 slots, and then the granddaddy of them all, the 6 slot, which meant that you could have up to 6 games in one arcade machine at a time and switch between them. So, and especially the 6 ones are virtually impossible to find. 4 slots, very, very difficult too.
Yeah, 6 slots very, very rare because they were riddled with problems. So 4 slot is ultimately the jam because you have
Grail,
4 fucking slots, but it never had any of the issues the 6 slots had with their limited run.
Yeah, so 4 slots,
slot.
the holy grail. I couldn't believe it. This guy had not 1 but 3 4 slots.
Yeah.
So we went back and forth. I ended up settling on the original Neo cab 4 slot for $600, which is certainly
it's a great deal.
Yeah, certainly that's no small amount of money, but when you're talking about arcade cabinets, especially originals and Neo Geo ones, at that $600 is an absolute fucking steal. Oh, just unbelievable. And that's $600 delivered. This guy is putting it in a truck and driving it to the crib on Thursday.
Holy crap, seriously?
Yeah. And I'm amazed. He's like, I think like 45 minutes outside of LA. So,
that is the deal of deals.
That's the real trick right there, right? For those of you, any of you looking for arcade machines and stuff like that on eBay or wherever, there's no shortage of old arcade machines. There's plenty of old amusement companies and shit like that sadly have probably gone out of business, but they're looking to get rid of this kind of stuff. So anytime you go and you see people trying to sell these things for like $2,000-$3,000, hell no. No.
Hell no.
No, they're way more affordable. There's a lot of them out there, but the problem is finding one that's in your area and figuring out a way to fucking get it.
Because they're huge and they're fucking heavy.
Oh my God, they're fucking heavy. Not only do they have enormous ancient CRTs in them, and CRTs stand for cathode ray tube, kids. Which before the era of
we have to tell people what that means.
Yeah, before the era of LCD flat screens, you had to have this big vacuum tube inside of a glass box that would fire like protons at the screen or something in order to make a fucking picture. They were heavy, they were fucking insane, and they were a pain in the ass to deal with. So an arcade cabinet, not only do you have one of those, but the cabinet itself was built out of this thick fucking particle board, or I don't even know what kind of shit that was. But they
anti-stealing board.
Yeah, God, they weighed a fucking so much so. I remember when we were getting our original Neo up the stairs in one of our old Chicago apartments. It took literally like 4 people an hour to push it up like a single flight of stairs.
God, oh my God.
And we almost died multiple times while doing that.
Holy crap. Yeah, we put it on like a rug and pushed
and then just we had leaned it on its back and pushed it up the stairs.
I cannot believe, never today would I go through such an endeavor. I would instantly be like, no, we're paying somebody $100 to do that. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
That is insane that we did that.
Yeah.
This was a lot of stairs and then 25 to 30 foot hallways. It was like, Jesus, how many stairs? 50?
Something like that. It was
50 stairs, 30 foot hallway, and then then it was another staircase that was 15 stairs, 15 stairs, 15 stairs landing, 15 stairs landing, 15 stairs, and then another 20 feet, and then in the apartment. I think that's how it went.
God, yeah. It was definitely at least 3 sets of stairs, and the last one had a landing in the middle of it. So not after pushing it up there on its back, we had to set it upright and then rotate it and then lean it back down and push it back up.
Good God.
God, we must have made quite a sight trying to get that motherfucker up there. So I think when we first got that, we were living in we were in Connecticut at the time, and we found one in Rhode Island, which, for those of you not familiar with the geography of Connecticut in that little area, which I would imagine is most of you, Rhode Island's probably like, it was a good like hour and a half. So we had to take, I think it was our friend's Mercury Mountaineer that we drove up to Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I still remember. We drove to Woonsocket, Rhode Island from Danbury, Connecticut. And we had to grab that thing. So yeah, suffice to say, it was fucking crazy that not only did I find one in the LA area, but it was a four slot and an original cabinet, and this guy is willing to drive it over here.
That's fucking insane.
Oh my god! It comes with 4 games that's already in it. One is Puzzle Bobble.
Oh my god, nice.
Which is pretty rare in and of itself. I'm relatively sure. So Puzzle Bobble, the original Metal Slug, and then one, I think, one of the remaining 2 is a King of Fighters game. I couldn't really tell, and I don't know what the last one is. So that'll be a fun surprise. So I just wanted to go over that really quick. This is very exciting. I'm finally getting a Neo Geo back. I can't wait. It's going to be here on Thursday. So that's going to be really, really fucking awesome.
Do you live in a walk-up?
Oh no! Thank God.
Oh really?
No. Yeah.
Nice.
We're on the 4th floor, and there's an elevator. Do we even have?
There's an elevator.
Oh yeah, dude. We even have a doorman.
Ooh.
Yeah, very fancy. Very fancy.
Swanky, bro.
Dude, I'll tell you, I'm still not used to it, right? Because every time, I'm coming into the building or leaving, there's always a door guy sitting behind like the security desk at the front, and they always look at me, and I don't know whether it's appropriate for me to say hi every time, or like to just do like a casual nod, or to wave, or can I just ignore them, or is that rude? Because I mean, at a certain point, it's like, do I need to say hi to you every single time I enter and exit my building? Which is oftentimes multiple times a day.
100%. The doorman protocol is you at least say hey, or like you can give them a wave. As long as the nod is very clear, they are doing you a service, and it is polite to fucking give them a direct acknowledgement, like, hey, what's up? Like that is correct, since they're doing a service guarding your shit. Believe me, if nothing else, do it out of self-interest. You should do it because they're fucking helping out. But if nothing else, do it out of self-interest, because that's the last person you want to be like, oh, that dick, forget that guy. Yeah, cops go straight on up. That's where he's at. As opposed to you're super cool with them and he looks the other way every time. I've been down this road.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's always important to treat any type of service personnel with as much respect as possible, especially people who are watching the door to the place where you live, people who are handling food, even the guy at the 7-Eleven, right? Because you got to think about it, man, as much as maybe you're standing in line, you're annoyed, maybe you're having a bad day, dude, that motherfucker doesn't want to be there either. Think that guy wants to be standing around jockeying register or sitting behind a fucking security desk in your building? Fuck no. The least that you can do is be polite and be chill with them, because I know that if I had any of those jobs, I would want to fucking blow my goddamn brains out also. So
yeah, for sure.
It's important to be nice to those guys, I feel like. But anyway, it's still weird because I don't know, sometimes I'll do the nod and then I'm not sure if they saw me, so then I'll kind of have to wait and then give them an awkward half smile and I don't know, it's always
you just be like, yo dude.
Yo, what's poppin'?
He's like, see ya.
When in doubt, fucking commit and double down on the intensity, I guess.
What's poppin', son? That's it. If you consider that there's zero expectation, one of the things is they are expected to not make you uncomfortable, so there's no expectation for them to have an awkward conversation. So you are in full control. You can just be like, yo, what up? And there's never going to be a conversation. You don't even have to do a stop and chat ever. Yeah. No stop and chat, just what up? And they're like, oh, hey, it's that weird fucking gothy guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's that's my little Neo story. I'm very excited. That took a little longer than planned, but I needed to regale you all with that story because it's very big news. We're finally getting a Neo Geo back. This is awesome.
It is big news.
Yeah. So in that vein, we're gonna keep going with a few more little tidbits of news. This I don't. I only woke up like an hour or so ago, so maybe Bobby, you've seen this. I don't know, but finally they announced Diablo 3 is coming to Switch.
No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Yeah.
when?
Yep.
When? No.
All right. This is what.
Get out of town.
This is from Kotaku article by Nathan Grayson. He says,
At what time and date?
the news meant to be announced tomorrow, but appeared today on Forbes in a post that's since been deleted. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection on Switch will include the original game, the Reaper of Souls expansion, which has the Crusader class added, and Chapter 5, and the Rise of the Necromancer pack, which is the other expansion with the fucking Necromancer class added.
Oh shit! Wait, yeah. Wait, is that out?
Oh yeah, it's been out on PC for a while.
Oh, it shows what I know.
I didn't buy it either. I mean, I like Diablo 3. I played it for a while. I have. We got max level characters on the 360 version, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we were running Paragon levels and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
yeah.
I
I played the fuck out of it on PC. I was doing seasons and shit, dude, back in like summer 16.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's a long time coming, but I do appreciate the fact that they're putting I mean, to be honest, I probably would have bought it anyway, even if it didn't include the Necromancer add-on. Let's be clear. I bought this game
for sure.
I bought it on PC, I bought it on 360, and I bought it on PS4. And I have multiple level cap characters on all those versions of the game. I don't think I ever did any seasons or anything, but I have a level 70 monk and a level 70 wizard. Is that what they're called, wizards? On all those. So yeah,
dildo.
So don't get it twisted. I definitely would have bought this anyway, but I had not gone and purchased the Rise of the Necromancer just because, like Bobby was saying, man, this game has been out since like 2011, 2012.
2012.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking
Jesus. It's 6 years old.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Oh, wait, so does that mean... Okay, no, so I was like, is it as long... No, okay, we're good.
Okay. So it's been out for a while, and like I said, I bought it mad times already. But especially because it has the Necromancer add-on, that confirms my purchase. I would have bought it anyway, but the Necromancer confirms my purchase. This is awesome. It also will include all updates the game has received so far, and you'll get an armor set that makes you look like Ganondorf from Zelda.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Pretty fucking cool.
Oh my God.
And also, check this out, dude. The Switch version will also let you play multiplayer in a number of different configurations. 4-player local co-op on the same machine.
So you could play it with a Joy-Con?
4-player, dude. 4-player local co-op on one Switch.
Aren't the controls just, it's 6 buttons and the stick? Is that correct?
I think so. Dude,
I believe it's 6 action buttons and the stick, and that's it. Meaning you can play it with a fucking Joy-Con. I don't know how the menu would work.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
To load, just the button to load the menu. Like, I'm not sure I don't know what they would do. But dude, holy crap, 4 people playing that shit with Joy-Cons. I mean, it would be, I don't know how hard it would be to see on the screen, but like, dude, I would play that. It would be hard for me to play because I don't know how effective I'd be able to play with Joy-Con Diablo 3 with my dick in my other hand.
That's a very good point. Maybe perhaps Blizzard thought of that eventuality. We'll never know. Well, I guess we will know.
Yeah, every copy of Diablo 3 for Switch ships with the fleshlight. That's the pre-order bonus.
Yeah, fucking Ganondorf costume. Give me a Diablo 3
Ganondorf fleshlight. What does it feel like to sleep with someone from Gerudo Valley?
So for 4-player local co-op on the same machine.
Jesus.
On the same machine, that's fucking crazy.
That's absurd.
Also 4-player co-op on separate Switches without an internet connection.
No, my God, that's even better.
And of course, fully online co-op. So it'll be a full $60, but that's fine, and it will be out later this year. It'll be out later this year. No release date, but it will be out later this year.
That fucking cannot be true.
And this dude,
my God.
Nathan adds at the end of this article, fun side note, this will be the first Blizzard game on a Nintendo platform in 15 years.
Let me think. What was it? Oh, was it StarCraft Ghost? No, that never made it out.
No.
But that's the right time frame.
So what?
Don't look. Let's figure this out.
I'm not looking. So it would be 2003, right?
That was when Ghost was in development.
Yeah, but
what was it? I bet it was. Oh, dude, you know what I bet it was? I bet it was the fucking Lost Vikings Advance or fucking Blackthorn Advance. That was the height of Game Boy Advance. I bet that's what it was, bro.
I mean, I was definitely rocking an SP. I was definitely rocking a Game Boy Advance SP in 03.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Fuck. Hold on, I'm searching. Blizzard releases on Nintendo Systemu. Oh shit. Okay, here's an article just about that. Let's see what it is. Blah 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 blah. What did they? Let me see. Hold up. Oh man, I totally forgot there was a StarCraft 64. That's fucking insane.
Dude. I cannot even imagine how the fuck you would have played that game with an N64 controller.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea.
Are you ready? The last release was Blackthorn, Lost Vikings, and Rock and Roll Racing for GBA in 2003.
Wow. winner, choikin'
I mean,
dinner.
I forgot Rock and Roll Racing was on. I don't know if it's one cart or not. I think it might be, but maybe not.
Point Bobby.
I'm pretty excited. There was also apparently like a little tweet commercial that Blizzard released when? Oh, that was February 28th. Oh, it was just, it's a Diablo face light switch plugged into the wall, and it just says Sweet Dreams.
Yeah.
And they were like, when someone asked, they were like, we can assure you we're not that clever. It was meant to be a fun community engagement piece. We have nothing to announce. Clearly.
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
Blizzard was being Blizzard. Oh my God. Oh God, yeah. God. That was posted today?
I think so, yeah.
Brother.
I woke up to that news, yeah. Posted, today at 3:35 p.m. my time.
That's fucking unbelievable. That's great news.
Yeah, this is fucking fantastic. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, who's waiting to play this game? It's been out for fucking, 6 years. Yeah, don't care. Fuck you. I will take any opportunity to play a fantastic game in seamless portable format. No problem.
Yeah, when you roll, if it were a rollout to any other system, I'd be like, that's cool. But Switch, it's a whole different ball game, dude.
I mean, I feel like that's
whole different ball game, bro.
Things that people still like don't get, and like I understand that a lot of people. Well, I was gonna say I understand that a lot of people aren't portable gamers, but like I'm not a fucking portable gamer either. I don't give a shit. I don't carry around portable systems when like I'm in an Uber or I'm on a fucking subway or something. I don't do that. I'm also not really into the style of portable game, which is usually a very like, pick up and play this for 3 minutes, put it down. Bobby, I know you are in a lot of respects, but I'm not really at all. But something that I am into is being able to lie in bed and fucking play goddamn Legend of Zelda or Diablo 3 for that matter, or pick up.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bless you. Or be able to like pick up, pick up whatever game I'm playing, Wolfenstein or some shit, or the original Doom, or not the original Doom, but Doom 2016. Worst naming convention ever. But and just and bring that to another room, no problem. I mean, I'm sure you love this, Bobby, to being able to play it while you're taking a shit. I mean, just the fact that you can seamlessly transition from playing something on your TV to playing it anywhere else in the house or lying in bed, whatever. That I don't think enough can be said for. I was going to use the word novelty, but I feel like that maybe that's a little too dismissive of just how fucking great that is. Like, for instance, did you see the trailer for Doom 2 or Doom Eternal yet, Bob?
No. Because there was no gameplay, right?
Oh, it was all gameplay. What are you talking? Well,
shit,
the teaser wasn't, but they released.
We last spoke.
Dude, they released like
no
20 minutes of gameplay, dude.
Ooh,
and it's
really?
it's Doom Hell on Earth. Like you're in like cities that have been like converted, by demons into parts of hell. There's like huge fleshy mouths and tentacles devouring skyscrapers and shit.
That's off the hook.
Oh my god, it looks fucking amazing. There's a Doom power sword, like it looks like a red lightsaber that you get to hack things apart with. You have a blade attached to your fucking left arm, and there is a thing on the super shotgun called a meat hook that you can shoot. Like imagine shooting a Kako demon with a grappling hook, using the momentum to swing yourself up to that Kako demon in midair, blasting it while you're flying around with the shotgun, and then using the grappling hook again to grab another demon and pulling yourself off like over to the other side of a pit.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. It's so fucking
Sounds
cool.
awesome.
Oh my god, it looks so fucking good. Holy shit. But the point that I'm making is that game is coming out for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch.
No way, really?
On launch, it will be available for the Switch also. And
that's a big deal.
Yeah, since I'm very much PC master race, I will be getting a copy of that on PC so I can play it in 4K at 60 frames a second. But I will also be getting it on a console so that I can have a sit on a couch and lean back and relax and play the game sort of experience as well. Now that I know it's coming out for Switch at launch, and I have my super high graphical fidelity needs taken care of by the PC version, there is no question as to what version of that game I'm going to buy on consoles. It's obviously the Switch version, because the Switch version I can play in bed or wherever the fuck I want, as well as on a fucking TV. And dude, just being able to do that just gives the edge to almost any fucking game that comes out if you can also do that.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of that, Bobby, I know that this is big news, everyone. Bobby finally bought a Switch.
Oh, I sure fucking did. It's in my hands right now, motherfucker.
So, Bobby, tell me about your experience with the Switch. Tell me how much you've been loving it since you finally got it.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's already getting me out of trouble. It already is probably saving me money from not going out and instead just sitting inside and playing this thing non-fucking stop. The form factor is so sleek. The game selection is amazing. Even though the games may be available elsewhere, the point is, right now, I'm in an apartment where I've got nothing but a fucking air mattress. I mean, certainly to fault of my own that this is still the case. However, I am in dire need of a gaming experience beyond playing NetHack, and this delivers a full, not portable, it's portable, but it's not portable style games. A full gaming experience that I can have handheld, where the screen is just big enough so it's super satisfying and I can see all the detail, but it's just portable enough so I can comfortably hold it in whatever position. Games are fucking insane. I've been playing the fuck out of Dead Cells. I basically have played nothing but Dead Cells since I got it. I played a bunch of Hollow Knight.
My next question is, what are you playing most on it?
Well, I played a bunch of Hollow Knight, which is really good, but Hollow Knight, let me start with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is really good, but the issue with Hollow Knight is it's a Metroidvania game, but the environments get so samey. Each region is different, but it's Super Metroid. Every single screen is so fucking unique. Even if you didn't have the map to rely on, which you don't when you're speedrunning, you just know the fucking stages, because it's so obvious where you need to go, because you're like, oh, I'm in this room, to the point where like many of the rooms, all the rooms in Super Metroid, if I'm not mistaken, every single screen has a name in the speedrunning community, which is fucking crazy. So
yeah, think about that speaks to how fucking unique every single board is. To use an old
they can
term,
have rooms.
every board. Right?
I was thinking about that as well. And so, but Hollow Knight, that's not the case. You get to these stages, and what's worse, you have to find the map maker in each of these stages. Yeah. And if you don't, who is hidden? and you have 0 map, it's not even like it draws the map for you. It just says no map until you find the guy who's the map maker. And it's the flow of each region is not clear enough to push you where you need to go, like Super Metroid does so much more adeptly. Now, what I'm probably going to do when I go back to it is just straight up. I've already started looking at maps and stuff because just trying to get through it, I found myself at first loving it and then just starting to get frustrated and just being like, I'm not even really enjoying this anymore because I just keep trying to find where I need to go and just dying in the same couple rooms while I'm just like jumping around trying to look for exits or whatever. But I also, so early in the game, all I've gotten so far is the dash. So I'm really looking forward to getting more abilities and being able to navigate the world better. And I'm sure if I knew how to navigate it, I also would enjoy it a lot more. I like things like, I think the stag system of fast travel is fucking super cool. I think the fact that you have to kill enemies to get gold is fucking dope. I really like the healing and like spell mechanic, and it feels pretty good. So Hollow Knight is decent. Definitely worth the purchase, and I'm looking forward to giving it a better chance. But so I also bought 20XDX, which I played a little bit as well.
Before you move on, so despite the issues that you're having with it, you aren't done. You are. Oh no! You're loving enough to continue and get through it.
No, I wouldn't even say I'm loving it. I respect the fact that it's a Metroidvania, and that type of game is just so perfect for me that I'm willing to walk through it with maps. And let me tell you something. Even with a map that's telling me go here, here, and here, it still gets confusing. And this is coming from someone who, I've played Super Metroid all the way through God knows how many times. Every Castlevania, God knows how many times. The Game Boy Advance Metroids, a bunch of fucking times. Shadow Complex, several times. Metroid, the Metroidvania is so good. The Metroidvania style of game is not unusual to me. So it's definitely not a matter of not exploring or not checking to see what's going where. It's just it's a little dark. Not in the Trent Reznor kind of way, but in the I can't see kind of way. A little bit dark and a little bit samey, but the world design and shit is pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep giving it a chance. But Dead Cells just smacked the fucking piss out of it because
I agree with that completely. I love the Tim Burton sort of mall goth kind of hot topic aesthetic to it.
It's cool.
For lack of a better term, I love that shit, but I could not agree more, and that's why I did not get farther in it than I did when I was playing it on PC. It man, every single fucking board looks the same. It's not literally the exact same, but
it's samey.
It's samey, yeah. And it's the same kind of problem that I Am Setsuna has. If any of you have ever played that, Bobby, I don't know. Is
that the Chrono Trigger tribute game?
Yeah, exactly. It's by a lot of the guys who are involved in that. They started a new company called Tokyo RPG Factory, and the battle system is almost exactly identical to Chrono Trigger. Even some of the techs are the same, like X-Strike and shit like that. It's crazy. Very, very cool, but it's covered in snow everywhere.
The whole thing?
Everywhere.
The whole game? Did you finish it? Is the whole game snow?
The whole game.
Were they too lazy to fucking program?
I don't know. I read a few interviews and they were saying that it seemed very Japanese in their reasoning to me.
We didn't realize the players would want the old sprites kind of Japanese.
Maybe.
Didn't realize they liked that.
Maybe in a sense, but instead of, they were talking about how they really liked how it, because also the music is nothing but just piano, which is
weird.
Beautiful.
That's kind of cool.
And it's absolutely gorgeous. But so it's the kind of the melancholy little piano riffs paired with this very sort of stark snow-covered landscape. It evokes a very, very sort of powerful atmosphere, right? It's very, very cool. But after 10 hours of that, it's kind of wearing off, and you're like, I don't know, maybe it'd be nice to see a desert.
I was thinking desert.
Or just a regular forest or something. So instead of talking about that, one of the interviews I was reading, the guy was saying how they thought it was neat that you could run around and your footsteps left little trails in the snow, and you could write your name in the snow. So of course,
that would be impressive in 2000.
Yeah, exactly. So it just strikes me as very Japanese. All right, I get that you think that that's cool, but how in God's name you thought that was a reason to only have snow environments for the entire fucking game. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm also, of course, the first thing that I did was try to draw a penis.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You know, so like it
is smooth, baby.
Yeah, so it's I am said sooner, really, really cool game, but unfortunately, the lack of diversity in the environments just really makes it turn into a fucking slog once you get even like a third of the way through the game. And so anyway, I just feel like that's a similar kind of
It's similar to how I feel about it. Like, I really want to like it, and I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to finish it, I'm sure. But, like, when there's so many other things I could play that are bright and colorful, and I know exactly, if I don't know exactly where to go, I can figure it out real quick. Like, it's not a thing.
I mean, the visual styles of areas in games also serve to inform you about a lot of shit. And one of those things that they inform you about is how far through the game you are. Like, how dangerous or different does this screen or this area where I'm in right now, how does that compare to the very sort of almost friendly or safe feeling environments from the beginning of the game? What's the progression of areas and environment styles look like? That informs you a lot about the game and where you are in it and shit like that. And when the whole thing looks exactly the same, whether you're 5 minutes from the end or 5 minutes from the fucking beginning, man, that's gonna harsh my fucking vibe a little bit, dude. You know.
So true.
So Hollow Knight, very cool, but a little samey. Tell me about Dead Cells now, Bobby.
Oh my god.
Oh, first of all, before you get into it, can we also just, because we're talking about Dead Cells, did you read the thing about this IGN editor?
Oh my god, I watched a comparison video yesterday in an Uber on the way home. It blew my fucking mind, dude. like
it's one thing if it's like in 1999 and you're trying to copy someone's homework or some shit and hoping that no one catches you, but it's 2018. And you think the internet is not gonna figure out that you ripped someone off?
Yeah, right.
Like, what fucking universe are you living in?
What an absolute dum-dum.
Yeah, so there's been like 100 different videos by like everybody that comments on gaming about this, so we don't really need to go into it. And I don't know if you saw it, but that dude put up an apology video on YouTube after he was fired. That one, at no point in it does he apologize. And two, he monetized it.
I tried to watch and it was taken down.
Yeah. Fortunately, a lot of people mirrored it, but funny. Oh my god!
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and then he's, dude, oh my, it's such an exercise in fucking cringe theory and exactly what you should not do on the fucking internet. It's unbelievable. He's like, at one point he addresses the people that the reviewer or the YouTube guy that he ripped off. I think it was Boomstick Gaming. Shout out to Boomstick Gaming. You're a G. Fuck this idiot. But
is it Boomstick or is it Broomstick?
I think it would make a lot more sense.
Might as well give this dude the right shout out.
I'm pretty sure it's Boomstick. I mean, what makes you think of video games more, a broomstick or a boomstick?
Well,
video games, not Kiki's delivery service. All right.
Debatable.
All right, I see how there's room for debate there. But anyway, so at one point in this guy's video, he even says like, and shout out to you guys, Boomstick Gaming. Keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you guys are gonna see some real success, in the coming, years or whatever. You're doing a good job. Keep on working. Keep on hustling. Like, man, fuck you, this smug prick.
Fuck you.
Like, oh my god. And he doesn't even apologize. He says, he tries to say that, like, when
he admit to it?
No, he doesn't admit to it, and he doesn't apologize. He tries to say that sometimes when people in the video game journalism community, sometimes we have similar thought processes and shit. It's like, all right, dude, that might be a valid point. Like, okay, maybe Jason Schreier at fucking Kotaku says that the environments in Hollow Knight are a little samey. and we happen to notice the same thing and we comment on it. All right, that's remarking on a similar type of thing. But anyone who looked at that video where not only are the two video reviews side by side compared, but also a transcript of the two videos is compared side by side. They are virtually identical.
Oh, it's nuts.
Like even a 5th grader trying to rip off a Wikipedia article would do a better job of covering up the fact that he plagiarized than this fucking
Oh, for sure. Like there's word for word passages. Like he was straight up expecting that no one was going to see that. What's his name? Filip Miucin or something?
Filip Miucin, yeah. Fuck you, Filip Miucin. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you are a fucking douche lord.
Oh my god. So anyway, yeah. So before we get into our Dead Cells pseudo review, fuck Filip Miucin.
Fuck you. The Filip Miucin award for douchebaggery goes to Filip fucking Miucin for his complete asshole Dead Cells review, and I hope that it gets that whatever dude and fucking Twin Motion or what's I don't even know. What's the developer's name? I fucking don't know anything about anything.
What, a Dead Cells?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the
Twin Motion,
developer.
something like that. What am I doing? Yeah, bro. So I hope they get
oh my god. Miraculously, you were very close. It's actually Motion Twin.
What did I say? Motion Stick?
No.
I think it said Twin Motion and Motion Stick.
You said Twin Motion. It's actually Motion Twin.
Okay.
So anyway, shout out to them. Fuck Filip Miucin. He gets the douchebag of the year.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we don't need to go into any more on this.
Asshole.
Yeah, fucking. Basically. Don't fucking
But the way we
plagiarize
cite
people.
sources, can I just take a moment, dude, to say that we never even said that was something we were gonna do. We just from day one, naturally, just both of us shouting out sources, constantly citing where we're getting shit from. Always trying to show respect to anybody. I don't give a fuck if it's Kotaku or if it's some fucking... Dude, we've done that for a fucking Reddit poster on some random sub before. Gone through this shit and discussed it. As we should. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, oh my god.
And even if we were a pack of morally bankrupt morons, we would still at least have the sense to not plagiarize something that's obviously provable. Like...
It's so obvious. Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, that dude could have, like, all right, I'm not condoning this behavior, but, like, let's just be intelligent people here. That dude easily could have plagiarized he could have not even played the game and just patched together a great review. Dude, I guarantee if I put to either of us the task to write a review of a game that you've absolutely never played, and the only way you're allowed to learn about it is to watch reviews of the game, and that's it. You can't even watch gameplay videos. You can only watch other reviews of the game, and from that, you have to put together a review. And I guarantee we could do it no problem for any game, where we can see like 3 reviews, dude, 3 reviews, and we can put together a review that would be completely original in terms of like speech and shit. It would certainly not be as plagiarized as that. All I'm saying is that dude is obviously a dumb motherfucker. Oh, and also there was a previous plagiarism allegation from a review of God knows what.
And of course, surprising fucking no one except maybe Filip Miucin. Everybody went back through the fucking internet because anything you put on the goddamn internet is there forever. How people still don't understand that, I don't know.
I know. We're living proof.
Yeah,
obviously.
I often think that it's very fortunate that we were as old as we were when the internet really started popping off.
Oh, I think about it all the time.
If we had access to things like Twitter or Instagram or YouTube when we were like, or YouTube when we were like 17, I don't even know. We might.
Dude, I was bad enough on LiveJournal. Diaryland. Thank God those sites. Thank God those sites and those sites got scrubbed before. I don't believe even the Wayback Machine can pull up some of those. I'm pretty sure things like my Diaryland is literally gone forever, gone for good. And I guarantee, dude, had I had access to YouTube, I would have been on YouTube. I would have been fucking like talking about Annie Moo and fucking high school drama publicly, like, oh my God, are you kidding? I would have fallen into a vortex of that kind of dopamine rush, instant adrenaline, attention whoring, when instead I had to do is just go home. Like, go home, and the most you do is aim with people you know.
I would have been consumed and destroyed by it, and probably would have ended up in jail at some point.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like, just, oh my fucking God. So thank God that we didn't have that sort of temptation when we were younger.
Oh, dude.
But, yeah, how you could possibly be so naive as to think that you could rip off something that blatantly and no one would find out is just, it's beyond my comprehension. How you could also be that morally bankrupt also is beyond my fucking comprehension.
It's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Especially when you should have known you were going to get fucking caught. And then, surprise, surprise, oh, look, we're now, because the internet is the internet, they're now pulling up all these old reviews and, hey, look, it looks like he plagiarized a bunch of his old fucking shit, too. And this, man, and we're going to rant a little bit, but this kind of shit really pisses me off. Like, there's so many people out there, content creators, including ourselves, that have such a passion, a genuine passion for video games as an art form and as an entertainment form, as as a medium, and we're all out here honestly trying to express how we feel about this and put content out there for people to enjoy just because we fucking love it. And there's so many people that who put out content that no one will ever see, that will only get like 20, 30, 100, 200 views, that will all just, that will fade into obscurity. No one that won't get the recognition that they deserve. And they're all people out here doing honest, real, genuine work. And this fucking moron who has the good fortune to have an actual platform of something as big as fucking IGN,
right,
is paying him to write about video games for a living, and he uses that platform to not only bring shame to everyone in video games journalism, but also completely ruin his whole fucking shot, while there's so many other people out there that will just toil in obscurity. And
his journalism career is over.
Yeah. How could you squander a fucking opportunity like that, dude? You're being paid by one of the biggest platforms in the industry to write about fucking video games, and you manage to fucking squander the opportunity by doing something as fucking shameful as fucking obviously plagiarizing something?
And they fucking fired him for it, dude. It was like, there's no room for error there. Like, there's no way any employer, I don't care if he tries to work for fucking some random ass skiing magazine in Switzerland, they're gonna Google him. And it's even better, this motherfucker could change his name, and because of the nature of the internet, if he submits anything that was ever published online, they'll just search that shit and they'll find out. And the best part would be if they were like, you plagiarized this plagiarist. You'd be like, no, but doctor, I am the plagiarist.
Dude, the internet never fucking forgets, dude. Yeah. And to be clear, we have our own problems with IGN and huge corporate,
Yeah, that's not what's on the line.
Megaliths
this is about a corporation. Like, this is about one fucking asshole.
Yeah. And I mean, so we have our problems with IGN. They can definitely be a bunch of fuckboys from time to time, but in this kind of instance, anybody hating on IGN, you're all fucking morons, dude. How many goddamn journalists and writers must they employ? Hundreds?
Yeah,
maybe?
I mean, their site sucks donkey balls, but they have some good writers, and I've definitely read their reviews.
And I definitely, especially their wiki, their mini wiki walkthroughs and articles and stuff like that on games. I reference that kind of shit all the time. I frequently find myself at IGN looking at reviews and stuff. Far more than I find myself at Kotaku these days, that's for sure.
Oh, zing, Kotaku, zing.
I eventually had to stop looking at Polygon altogether because the SJW fucking extreme leftist agenda made me just start vomiting out my fucking eyeballs eventually. So, and I couldn't look myself in the mirror and continue looking at fucking Polygon. And it got just as bad at fucking Kotaku, so now I can't look at that shit either. So I still, in this crazy SJW fucking world that we find ourselves in, IGN is kind of a, they're kind of a little, they're kind of a port in the storm, so to speak. They're not perfect, but, they're not quite as bad as everybody else. So man, don't hate on IGN. They totally got fucked by this moron just as much as everybody else did. So yeah, so man, fuck this guy.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, IGN didn't get fucked. If anything, this dude threw himself on the funeral pyre to possibly benefit IGN, Boomstick fucking Gaming, and what's this fucking thing called? Stick Time? What's Motion Twin?
Yes, Stick Time.
That's the ticket. Yeah, and it got them press. Because now all these motherfuckers are like, yo, he plagiarized this fucking Dead Cells review. And you know how many motherfuckers are watching and seeing Dead Cells gameplay who never would have fucking seen it otherwise just because they're watching the comparison videos? Fucking Motion Twin is fucking jizzing, dude. It's number one on the Wii eShop or the Switch eShop. It's fucking all over the news. It is like this little tiny game that just came out of early access like last week is exploding. They are probably so stoked about this fucking asshole who just fucking got fired so the name of their game could be everywhere. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, I found out about it because of Dead Cells. Now, the issue is that this story broke right when I got into Dead Cells. Like, the day of when I bought my Switch. It was like the day, it was, I don't know, it was within, when did this story break? Was it this week? When the fuck did this story break?
Within the last 7 days, yeah.
Yeah, so it happened right about when I bought a Switch. So my entire exposure to Dead Cells was happening as this unfolded. So I found out about this like yesterday or the day before when I was on the Dead Cells fucking subreddit. So I wish I could know if I would have found out about it
mean the Switch
some other way. On the, what did I say?
You said the Dead Cells subreddit. I don't know if this
I was on the Dead Cells subreddit, yeah.
Oh shit. There's a whole. Well, I was about to say there's a whole subreddit just for Dead Cells, but now and I was like, wait, of course there fucking is.
Oh yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, yeah. I mean, It's not a great subreddit. It's not great. sorry, our Dead Cells, but you're really not a great subreddit. Yeah, maybe a potential, but it's like. I think part of the issue is that this game is so new, and everyone I've learned some great stuff from that subreddit, but like
shout out our Dead Cells.
It's hard to post. I mean, no shout out to it. There has also been some really good fan art. I got to say, there's been some really good and funny. I've seen some funny shit on there, but like it's like any game like this that's super niche. It tends to be a lot of people who are probably like 13, 14-year-old kids who like. Just, you know, the conversation is just, it's not great. But I've seen some good tips. Plus, the nature of this game is such that there's no, it's almost, fuck, man. It's not that it's balanced. It's just that there is no one killer build. Like, at least nowhere near where I am and not anywhere from what I've read. Like Binding of Isaac, Binding of Isaac is a matter of like it's really hard to win the fucking game unless you get like a killer build. But if you get that killer fucking build, like you are good and you can just steamroll the entire game. Not so in Dead Cells. Not at all. First of all, the skill cap is unfucking believable. Oh my god. Well, I mean, are you familiar with the nature of this fucking game? Have you watched any gameplay of it?
Yeah, dude, I played it.
Oh, okay.
I got it on PC.
Dude, oh my god. Well, I can't wait to see it on a bigger screen than this. You kidding? I can't wait to see this on a fucking big TV. I will lose it. I can't believe that's an option.
Another shout out to Switch right now that you're playing the game on a Switch and you don't even have a television.
Yeah, no, I don't even have a TV. And when I get a TV, all I have to do is just pop it into this little thing.
You don't need to buy the game again on a different platform once you get a TV. You just need to put the Switch in the dock.
No, and then I can just take it to bed, which is what I've been doing.
Take it to bed. So just if there's as shameful as this entire situation is, there definitely is a positive element to it, right? And that is that a great game is getting far more eyes on it than perhaps it may have initially. So that's fucking awesome. And also, dude, shout out Boomstick Gaming. I had never heard of them before. I'm not familiar with them, but I sure as fuck know who they are now.
Right? It's just some dude. Oh, dude, you know how I found out about it? Because I found out about it on the Reddit post by this guy, which was, help, IGN stole my review. And all these people being like, dude, just suck it up. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's IGN. they're never going to take it down. And other people being like,
People
no,
are
dude.
saying that? Wow.
Say what?
I'm surprised that people were that cynical about it.
It was like a 50-50 split of some people being like, contact a lawyer, and him being like, dude, I'm nobody. I'm just a dude who makes YouTube videos on the side. This is IGN. And I was like, and other people were like, yo, tweet at IGN, email them, and clearly someone from IGN fucking saw it, and it worked.
Well,
because this is...
that, dear friends, is the double-edged sword of the fucking internet. Right there. On one hand, they can get your nudes out that were posted by an ex-lover and and ruin your fucking life. But on the other hand, they can also bring justice to situations that might not have had a prayer of having justice served before.
Oh my god. Well, man, Filip Miucin also looks like such a fucking douchebag.
And it just, before we get off this, and again, I know 100 people have fucking already mentioned this, but his apology video, of course, starts with the big, so, I guess I have to address this. Like a big fucking sigh, like he's not voluntarily sitting in front of the camera and recording a video. Like he's being dragged in front of a fucking camera to record this.
Like no, dude, you got fired. Here, dude. Your career is over. Like, nobody's making you do this. Nobody wants to hear from your punchable face. I hate you.
I think that's a good place to end it. No one wants to hear from your punchable fucking face.
Yeah,
especially not anymore. And if any of your past work was any indication, I don't think anybody wanted to hear from you before either. So fuck you, and let's move on to our actual Dead Cells review.
Oh my god. Dude, it is just another game that I feel like was like made for me in many ways, dude. It is a Roguevania to the point where there's an aesthetic only selection of food choices where that changes what the different food items look like, and one of those choices is Castlevania-esque, which like makes the bigger food item into turkey. Which is so good. Like, the gameplay is brutal and unforgiving. Still haven't beaten it yet, but I have gotten to the final stage before the final boss, and that's where I've died every time I've gotten that far. The unlocks are awesome, although I want to unlock everything, but at the same time I'm trying to keep my item pool small so I can keep moving. But like, I'm really torn because I want to try all the items even if I'm not going to use most of them. But like, dude, the fact that you can do brutality build, tactical build, or survival build, and you can mix and match all this stuff, but there also is such a high skill cap. It's really fucking tough. The dodge system is awesome. The parry system is fucking awesome. The graphics are amazing. The music and sound effects are understated and really fucking good. Like, the graphic is so bright and colorful. It's really fucking hard. The monster design is cool. Like, the game is fucking gorgeous. It's so responsive and tight. And it's actually, even though it's such a Twitch game, I don't really mind playing it with the Switch, with the Joy-Cons attached to the main screen, which I did the first time I tried this with Binding of Isaac, but I think I've just gotten used to Switch now, maybe. I love it, dude. How much of it have you played?
As you might imagine, not much. I installed it and I played it for like 10 minutes and I was like, okay, I need to go back to World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's one of the...
That's not an indictment of the game at all. I agree pretty much with everything.
No, it's an indictment of you.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. To be fair, dude, Battle for Azeroth just dropped. I barely have hit level cap, and I'm struggling to get my fucking to get myself geared for heroics and then mythics before we have to start doing progression rating. So.
I can't believe how many times we've had this exact conversation over like a decade. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, well, sorry, dude. I gotta go get geared up, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, sometimes I'm in and sometimes I'm not. I've come back and forth a couple times.
Hey, man, and you play NetHack, okay? I play World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
This is part of our dynamic, all right?
Right.
But, I noticed, ladies and gentlemen, how not a word of what Bobby just said was stolen from anybody. It's that easy. It's that easy, folks. It's that fucking easy to have your own original thoughts.
It didn't even occur to me. I just don't understand how you could possibly, how could it even occur to you to be like, oh, you know what? I don't have anything to say about Dead Cells at all, so I'm going to just steal this review. Like, I have nothing to say about this game that is so fucking unique and that draws so much from so many different sources of inspiration. Dude, you know what I think of when I play Dead Cells? When I play Dead Cells, I think the kids who grew up with us playing all the games that we love and then grew up into adults playing the first renaissance of games and then playing shit like Binding of Isaac and stuff like that, which has been out for quite a few years at this point. All those people are now starting to make games. And those are the people who are making games like Dead Cells.
That is incredibly true. That's incredible.
That's why we're seeing this whole golden age renaissance of gaming, because everybody who grew up going, I wish that game existed, they're making games now.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point. Shit like Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, even or Subnautica, even those are games.
Oh my god,
those are games that make me feel like if we were game developers, that's the kind of shit that we would probably make.
Dude, yeah, it's these motherfuckers who are like, yo, we are hardcore gamers right now. What do we love playing right now? Well, roguelikes, I love playing roguelikes. They're huge. Hey, look, me too. I fucking love playing roguelikes. I don't blame them. And they're like, yeah, and what are our favorite games of all time? And they're all like, yo, fucking Symphony of the Night, fucking Metroid, fucking Super Metroid, Shadow Complex. And it's like, yo, bro, what if we mix like a roguelike and Castlevania, bro? And everyone's like, whoa, whoa, Roguevania, and they're like, whoa. Dude, they're gonna fly on the wall.
Now
dude.
You have like fucking schools like Full Sail and shit, and like DigiPen that people. I mean,
I think DigiPen shut down, bro.
Oh, that's a shame. Is it a shame? Was DigiPen ever good? I don't know. I know that a lot of people speak highly of fucking Full Sail.
Motherfuckers don't. I don't think any of these motherfuckers are learning game design in school. I think these are just kids who like pick up fucking Unity and start going crazy. I mean, God knows what the fuck Dead Cells was made in. I don't know.
I would not be surprised if I mean, I'm not an expert in that kind of shit by any means, but I would not be surprised if it was Unity. The Unity engine is ridiculously powerful. There's a reason it's so widely used.
They use, someone said, they use Hacks, H-A-X-E, with the framework Heaps. And they posted, these developers are so cool, they posted a fucking GitHub link to the framework they use.
That's another thing that's so fucking awesome about gaming these days, right?
Right?
Dude, when I was playing Super Mario Brothers 3, if I couldn't figure something out, I had to call a fucking Nintendo, 900 number and try to talk to a game counselor and ask why I couldn't get past a certain fucking Goomba somewhere. Right? You remember the level in Battletoads for NES? I think it was like the third level where you're on that fucking speeder bike and you have to avoid those little pieces of walls that fly at you.
Did you not see the SGDQ segment in which this dude did that stage in one life blindfolded? With a bag on his head. One life with a bag on his head.
I have no shame in telling you, it was that level. After the walls going back and forth, I was able to get past that. But right after that, there's a series of, I think, 3 jumps that you have to make.
One's insanely huge.
And one of them is fucking impossible.
I don't even know how you're supposed to do that.
It's got to be it's like a pixel perfect fucking sort of situation. And I remember I got permission from my fucking father to call a Nintendo game counselor and ask about that fucking shit. The only time I ever actually called them, because there's.
And what did they say?
They told me. They said, get good.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what were they going to say? Other than it's a fucking difficult jump to time. You have to time it right. There really wasn't anything else that they could say. I don't know what I was expecting them to tell me.
Good.
That's basically what they fucking told me. But anyway, the point is that, dude, we have so much access to developers and. They the developers have they post. The people who made the game are posting in their own subreddits. You can fucking talk to them. It's just, man, it's such a cool time.
They
for
do
gaming
early
and just
access. This game just came out of early access like a week ago when I guess when the Switch one launched. And dude, fucking early access, a good early access dev, legit listens to what people are saying while they're developing the game and moves the game design needle as they see fit to help form the game into what fans want. They come with the idea, and then they allow fans, to help shape it. That's fucking insane, dude. We are living absolutely in the true beginning of the real golden age of gaming, which likely is not going to stop anytime soon. Like, we will look back and be like, obviously, of course, if you have to give me anything, it's going to be Super Nintendo. There's no question about that. But with that said,
I would agree with that. As an aside, I would agree with that.
Of course. But the access to games today, it's only a matter of time before we get to a point where we have like more and more games available. Like we'd be able to fire up and play. I mean, for God's sake, dude, it's possible that in 1 year we could be playing Chrono Trigger on the Switch. And by the way, your statement about why can't I just be playing this and that on the Switch? Oh, I have so felt that pain. When I've been like, dude, oh my God, wait, we need to just do a quick skirt, because we need to circle back and we need to talk about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh God, why? Is there some new news about that?
No. Much like the Planned Parenthood picketer who finds herself suddenly with child. Now that I am in the shoes of this situation, I am thinking of it from a completely different perspective than when I was on the outside with my picket sign saying, "Hell no, NSO."
Well, by all means, Bobby, lay it on me.
Well, first of all, I want cloud-based saves. If this thing gets stolen or run over and I lose everything, that's insane. And how much is it per month? What's the price point?
I think it's like $20 a year.
That can't be true. Is it really that good a deal?
Yeah.
I thought it was like $4 a month. Is it really 20 a year? Hold up.
It's something like that. I mean, the question has never been whether or not the price point was acceptable, at least to me. I mean, the amount that they're charging for it is fine. The problem that I fucking have with it is that right now, it seems that there's an absolutely absurd amount of opportunities here that they are missing. Whether that's by intention or oversight, I don't know. But, like, you have this online service for a hybrid home and portable console. You already had a system called Virtual Console that enabled people to play all your old games on your previous systems. And not only have... You think that with the release of a platform like the Switch that they would double down on shit like that. But instead, they've done the exact opposite. They've turned 360 degrees and walked away from the fucking Virtual Console. And which is that's the antithesis of what you would think that they would be doing right now that they have this. Like, all right, sure, the Wii, the Wii U, whatever. Both of them, the systems had their strengths, some less than others. But I would say, dude, a big reason I still have my Wii U plugged in is because I have so many fucking Virtual Console games that mostly you purchased on those back in the day. And the fact that I can just pick up my Wii U and play Ocarina of Time on my projector at any point, or Super Metroid, or Super Mario World without having to drag my Super Nintendo downstairs and fucking plug that shit in and find the cartridges and shit, that's so fucking awesome. And while the Virtual Console worked on those systems, it was arguably not the ideal platform or implementation for a service of that type. The Switch, however, is, I would argue, the ideal implementation for a service like that. And instead of doubling down on it or expanding it, or at the very least continuing it, they have fucking shut it down. And what we get instead is a pay service where I can play online balloon fight.
Wait, hold up. Tell me when did Switch come out? When did Switch come out?
2015.
No way it was, really. So is your statement, like, it's not 2015. It had to be either like Christmas 2016 or early 2017.
Really?
Had to be.
Fact check time.
My point is, so is your point that they should be doing what right now? At this moment, what do you see as a realistic? Because I feel confident.
Oh my God! Holy shit! I was way fucking off. Dude, the Switch came out March 3rd of 2017.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God, it's that recent? Jesus, fuck. What do
That's
I think
my
they should be
point,
doing?
bro.
What do I think they should be doing?
Yeah.
They should be putting every goddamn Super Nintendo and NES game that has ever existed on the Nintendo eShop for me to download right the fuck now.
But you know that legally, and like practically, if not just legally, but also practically, you know that's not possible, especially for a system that is less than a year and a half old.
I don't know about practical, but I guess I could understand the legal aspect because
they would need an entire team. Well, they would need to at least all they would need to do is build the emulator. So it's not really that. That's not really a big
dude.
deal.
I could do it for you right now in 5 minutes. You know how? I'll go and open my SNES ROM directory, and then I will drag it to the FTP server where we host this fucking website, and boom, there you go. Every Super Nintendo game is fucking online. Now, someone spend 5 minutes and write a patch for the Nintendo eShop that lets it access that folder with the built-in fucking emulator, and bicky bam, there you go. I don't know shit about coding or any sort of fucking online architecture, and I still can tell you that shit could be done inside of 8 hours.
So it's
a legal problem.
I don't know. It's a legally.
I mean, I understand how
definitely
there's
a legal thing
because you have the developer, you have the publisher, right? And those are not always the same thing. And there's some things like LGN or THQ that aren't companies anymore. So like I understand how it might be kind of difficult to get all the rights and everything worked out, but there's other games. There's no way that could prevent them from putting even the majority of those games online.
I don't think it is. I don't think anything's preventing them. If anything, let me put it this way. All right, here's another theory. Right now, everyone is flipping their fucking tits for Switch. They are so stoked for Switch. Switch is off the fucking hook. I don't know how it's selling. I have no idea about numbers, but it's probably pretty well. I mean, I just copped one. The gameplay is amazing. It's just getting
insanely well.
It's getting press everywhere. They have Dark Souls coming in like a month for $40. And then, in December, they've got fucking Smash, dude. They've got Smash with every character that's ever been in Smash, plus some new ones.
And Smash was a system seller. Smash was a system seller for the Wii U.
And dude, you'll be able to do 4-player Smash.
If Smash managed to sell that pile of shit console, I can only imagine what it will do for the Switch, which is already busting down fucking records all over the place in terms of sales.
Dude, seriously, let me tell you something. With how huge the Smash community is, with motherfuckers doing things like bringing little cathode ray tube TVs and fucking GameCubes to school and playing on breaks, playing fucking Project M and shit. Motherfucker, while I don't think that using a Joy-Con will ever be considered competitive, I do think that this will open up that culture to a ton more people, where kids who aren't like, oh, I'm going to get a little CRT and carry that around, but they can just bring their Wii U in a fucking little tiny bag that fits in their backpack with 2 extra Joy-Cons, and boom, 4 people playing fucking Smash at lunchtime. That is huge. So, with that said, why now? Why would they make it so that going into the holiday season that you would be blowing your money on $8 for fucking Chrono Trigger instead of $60 for Smash? It's a no fucking brainer. They can't cannibalize themselves, and they could just wait. And with you and I, who are like, oh my god, I want this so bad, and you who are like, what the fuck is wrong with them? When they finally do announce it, and the first time they show some video, and that video will be a spectacular video. They're like, boom, are you ready? Well, launching next week is fucking Mario World, Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, all coming next week. Get ready. Fucking they're all coming to the fucking Nintendo Switch online service. Get ready for it. Go do it.
Okay, so what you're saying basically is that they are waiting for a downturn in sales and shit like that in order to announce shit like that, because right now they don't need to, because it's still selling so well. They have all these kind of first-party major titles that are coming out for it, and they'd rather keep the focus on that. Is that what you're saying?
100%, dude. 100%. Now let's call it back to this end.
I'll give you that. That does make sense. That does make sense. It's the same kind of thing, whereas I know that Blizzard is not going to release classic WoW in any area even near the Battle for Azeroth drop, because they don't want to cannibalize their fucking audience for that shit. So they're going to wait until there's a downswing in the expansion, and then they're going to drop that shit. So I mean, I guess it's the same thing. They're already riding high on the fucking sales of just the console alone, and they're definitely going to see a massive upturn when Smash drops. So why saturate the market with that kind of shit and incentives and games like that when they don't have to?
Right. Exactly. And then they could just wait, and when the time is right, they can be like, hey, guess what we've got coming? Like, if they dump all that right now, even I would be like, well, fuck. You know, I mean, what I can honestly see is them doing something like $20 for Nintendo Switch Online, like $5 additional, and you get access to this full library of this or this full library of this. They can pay for licensing and shit like that, which I would 100% pay. At $20 for a year.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, $20 for a year, I'm getting that shit on day one. Let me look again. Now that I have one, and I could be like, if this launched today, I could be playing all these games right now.
Dude, I will say, if they implement a sort of Netflix style old game catalog, I would be willing to pay up to like $80 a year.
Oh, maybe yeah, if the library was right.
Maybe even more. If I could browse Super Nintendo, NES, and N64 complete catalogs and play any of those games whenever I want, I would pay probably up to $100 a year for that. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure that's not representative of everybody, but I bet it's representative of at least a fucking few people. That's for fucking sure. A lot.
Dude, let me tell you something. For real. Like, if you just take a OG Mario and you drop the Switch down and put a Joy-Con in the hands of any two people and you just go. Now, if you put that down at a party, people will be like, what the fuck? Really? You got Mario on this thing with a little controller?
That's the magic of Nintendo. Remember that bar we used to go to sometimes back in Chicago? I think Sound Bar, maybe? That they had a projector on one wall of the fucking bar and an NES connected to it.
Oh, holy shit, that's awesome.
You never went to that place with me? I felt like you did.
I don't know, maybe.
But anyway, like, dude, people loved that fucking thing. And it was an NES in the middle of just some random bar on the north side of Chicago. And people fucking loved that. And I think you're totally right. You can put a Mario game in the hands of any two people anywhere, and there's a 99% chance that those people will immediately be having fun 5 minutes later.
Yeah, have you ever heard go like, no, that's okay, I don't like Mario? An absolute asshole.
Well, I'm sure that if I did, that'd be the last time I ever fucking talked to that person.
Right. No thanks. I don't really like Mario.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not really into fun. I'm not into enjoyment at all. So
wait, you don't like Mario 1? I'm not saying that they'd play it for hours, but they'd run through it a couple times so they remembered how hard it was and got sick of dying.
No. But they would be having fun inside of 5 minutes.
Absolutely, because you have there's two types of people in the world. One, there's the people who know Mario well enough that they can get through the stages and enjoy it for what it's meant for. Two, the people who don't know Mario well enough and just get a kick out of running around and getting big and jumping on Goombas, and they're like, oh my god, no, there's a Koopa, get him, oh god!
I'm sorry, but anyone who does not look at a Mario game and then have a smile on their face is fucking anhedonic. All right.
Oh my god, yeah, you got props.
I'm sorry, if Mario doesn't put a smile on your fucking face, you got props, dude.
You got props, son. You might be a sociopath.
That's dude, seriously. Just as a side note in terms of numbers, this is an article on 9to5toys.com.
Oh, great, reputable source.
So maybe I might have just undermined the legitimacy of what I'm about to say already.
I really, I really like that we're just shamelessly shitting all over this publication that we've never heard of. Whereas like 10 minutes ago, we were talking about defending the little guy in journalism, and I was like, Jamie, journalism, stick to your dreams. And we're like, fuck this bullshit publication, 9to5 games or whatever.
Toys.
Fuck you.
But anyway, okay.
Fuck your fucking yellow journalism, garbage, fucking toilet rag. All right, please go ahead.
This is from July 31st. I was trying to find really recent articles on Switch sales numbers, right? This is from July 31st. The console is nearing 20 million in total sales, and that's in less than 2 years.
It's in less than a year and a half. And what was Wii U's total sales?
Like 15 million.
And Switch has 20 million
already.
Dude, Nintendo knows how to make a comeback, man. They know how to do it over and over, and they're just like, baby, we didn't go nowhere. We're just Nintendo, man. We just get all weird. And we gotta do our thing.
Wow, dude, look at this. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, whatever the fuck that is, I don't even know. Sold 1.4 million units.
How can that be? Who's buying that?
I don't know. If it's not people like us that are buying it, who the fuck is? I don't know.
I don't know anything about it because the last time, I lost interest in Donkey Kong Country when the fucking bongo game came out. Although to be perfectly fair, I never even played it. So for all I know, I love it, but I think it probably is fucking garbage, and that's probably why we've never seen it at like an AGDQ. Although I'm sure, but also actually it might be because it's an auto scroller. It might be an auto scroller, meaning a speedrun is essentially impossible.
It might be Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It might be this game, but I'm not sure. But there is a Donkey Kong game that's put out semi-recently that is just a classic side-scrolling Donkey Kong game, like Donkey Kong Country. There is one.
Is it Tropical Freeze?
Well, I feel like now there's no reason.
I think now's the time to find out.
There's no reason not to answer this question.
For fuck's sake, what are we doing if we're not servicing the people with information, then we're just fucking.
Well, it was a Wii U game.
Can we talk more about edging?
Wow, this game is fucking gorgeous. If you can play it, if it's a regular side-scrolling game and you can play this fucking shit with a regular controller, oh my god.
As opposed to drums?
Yeah, what the fuck was that shit?
Oh my god, Nintendo.
The bongo controller, that's the kind of thing that I wouldn't be surprised if if we had one, we would have turned it into a bong.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, dude, they still haven't even revealed the second set of NES games.
Well, all right, this is God, ADD.
Why?
ADHD in full effect right here, everyone. That's something that I was also gonna fucking say. The main problem, my main concern with Nintendo Switch Online is that so far they have only announced NES games. That's what makes me nervous.
It is only NES right now.
Yeah, that is what makes me fucking nervous, dude. Is that it's only NES games. And I know people are saying like, all right. I know that the fact that there's only been NES games announced does not mean that there will only be NES games announced.
Doesn't mean anything, brother.
I know that that's the case, but it worries me nonetheless.
Doesn't mean no diggity dog at all.
Who are you? But that, dude, that worries me. If there was even one Super Nintendo game on that list, I would be less concerned. But there isn't.
No, because it's NES on NSO. That's what the program is called right now. And again, that could very well mean that the next thing to come out is SNES on NSO. Like, they're not mutually exclusive.
I know they're not, but it's just, man, dude, Nintendo gone to Nintendo, dude. They're good.
Oh my god, this is all right. Listen. So they've had. It was, when did they start doing? Was it just all right? So it's at least Wii and Wii U. They did eShop on both. They had NES and Super NES on both. They had. Did they have N64 on both or only on Wii U? I think only on Wii U.
No, dude. We were playing Sin and Punishment on the regular Wii.
No, bro. We were playing that on Wii.
No,
oh my god, no.
No. We were definitely playing on that Wii, dude. We were definitely playing on the Wii.
Playing it with the Pro Controller on the Wii, dude. Oh my god, you're totally right. I'm sorry. So, no, bro. So, fucking, they had, so, it stands to reason that if they're now, so they had NES, SNES, NES, SNES. You got NES on Switch. It stands to reason that they'll have SNES on Switch. It doesn't really make sense that they just be like, all right, well, that's it. System's not even, it hasn't even been out for 18 months yet. That's a fact. It hasn't even been out for a year and a fucking half, dude. That is, let's see, I don't know, whatever. I was trying to think of a comparative thing, like system life cycle, but most shit happens way outside that, for fuck's sake, dude. Like, dude, PS4 is how old? Came out, what, 2008?
The PS4?
Oh, no, PS3 came out in 2000. All right, when did PS4 come out? 2013? I don't even know, dude.
It came out while we were still living in Chicago. I feel like we have this discussion almost every single episode, and then we always have to go and fucking Google it because we forget.
Yeah. Well, because this
it was launched November.
PS4 is so forget. September 2016.
No.
Oh no, wait. No, that's. I'm sorry. That's Slim PS4. Bro, that's Def Slim PS4.
2013. It came out in 2013.
Okay, so when?
November 29th, or no, November 15th in North America.
Okay, so it's almost a year and a half old. I'm sorry, it's almost 5 years old, and Switch is almost a year and a half old. So Switch is just a baby. It still has a lot of growing to do. They still have to reveal a lot more cards. Do they have to keep some shit close to their chest? And if they have all this great shit, they need to release it tactically. Dude, Smash is going to carry them alone all the way through. And then don't they have? I know they have some Pokemon games coming out, but they have a core series Pokemon game coming out sometime, maybe next year. Like that could easily be their holiday killer for next year. And they could very well heighten up the summer by being like, yo, what's going on this summer? Boom. Add another $5, $10 to your account, to your fucking NSO, or like, what, dude? You know what'd be brilliant of them is if they had limited amount of games that are just in your free library of all systems, and then pay an extra subscription amount and unlock all of them. That would be the way to really fucking hook people. Like, you could play these core Nintendo games that cost them nothing, like Balloon Fight and Zelda and shit. Like, still a great set of games to attract people. Or
let's
pay
not
an extra $10 and unlock them.
Fight in the term a great set of games, all right? Balloon Fight is okay at best. Mario 3, Zelda. That alone
that is what I would call a great set. Mario 3 and Zelda 1 will take you so fucking far. That is a ton of gameplay. Dude, that is a ton of gameplay, and all that just comes at $20 a year. It's a no-brainer. Fucking clouds, dude. The cloud saves alone. I'll say this: my thing is that I absolutely feel I got the value out of this system from the purchase price, no doubt, and an extra $20 a year to get more features that are purely optional is totally cool. Like, I don't find the absence of cloud saves inherently to be like, I think it's annoying, but it's also a luxury. I think that non-transferable saving is shitty. That is shitty. The fact that there's no removable storage.
Portable. Like,
yeah.
The odds that you're going to be on the subway with your PS4 and drop it and break it and lose your saves are next to zero. But the potential for that occurring with the Nintendo Switch is substantially higher.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even know what our point is in all this, other than like, please, Nintendo, let us play Chrono Trigger on the fucking.
Dude, I have faith. They're gonna do it. I have faith.
Well, Bob, you heard it here first, guys. It's
not faith. It's pragmatic estimation based on obvious factors.
Not faith. Pragmatism.
Yeah, let's just get that straight. I don't have faith in Nintendo. I believe in Nintendo's business sense that I think functions like a parabola. It's like, for fuck's sake, I really wish I could compare it to something. It's like that dude in A Beautiful Mind, bro. The dude in A Beautiful Mind, that's what Nintendo is like. Like, they are completely out of their fucking gourds, but at the same time, there's like this ray of genius within them.
What? So Nintendo's basically a bunch of fucking cruelly twisted autists?
Like, they managed to make fucking Switch a goddamn gold mine that's just so wonderful to play and touch, that just is so good. And clearly developers really like, because everyone is like,
everybody seems to be slowly coming around to it.
Dude, look, the fact that Doom Eternal is on Switch at launch is fucking insane. Does that mean it's going to be
charged? That's for sure.
Wait, say what?
Bethesda is leading the charge. That's for sure. But I would like to see more. I would like to see more companies, getting on board with that shit. I mean, a lot are, but Bethesda's definitely leading the charge. Wolfenstein 2 coming out on the fucking Switch is amazing. Now we have Diablo 3 announced. Doom Eternal is a launch fucking title, or rather, it will launch on the Switch simultaneously with other platforms. So that's really fucking. I mean, that's really good. The thing is that, like, Nintendo, they're so wishy-washy, dude. Like, you never know if what they're describing when it is actually implemented and released is going to be fucking phenomenal or a fucking train wreck. Like, dude, when they announced the Wii U, I was in, if you remember, dude, I think you were in this camp too. Dude, I was of the opinion that the Wii was such a fucking huge breakout success, a phenomenal, unprecedented achievement for Nintendo. I thought there was no possible way that they could follow that up with anything other than more fucking gold. And oh boy, was I fucking wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely, dude.
We could not have been more wrong about that.
Oh yeah, that was way off base.
I mean, it's the same thing that, like, after looking at how Nintendo dominated video games after the NES and the Super Nintendo. I mean, the word Nintendo became just a generic term for video games. That's how much they fucking dominated. And just when you thought they couldn't possibly fuck up, they decide to kick Sony to the curb, cancel the fucking Nintendo CD that they were making with them, botch the other one that they were trying to make with Philips of all fucking companies, and then they decided to not pursue compact discs at all, go with cartridges for N64, and then right out of nowhere, Sony swooped in and fucking cucked the shit out of them. I mean, nobody could have seen that fucking coming. The Super Nintendo was goddamn dominating. And then out of nowhere, they basically fucking shoot themselves in the fucking foot with the N64, and for all intents and purposes, hand domination of the video games industry to fucking Sony on a silver platter. No one could have seen that coming. It was completely out of fucking nowhere. And they've been trying to get back ever since. The GameCube, great idea on paper. A new Nintendo system, finally gonna use optical discs. We're finally gonna get a normal style controller, finally gonna have hardware that's gonna compete with Sony. Oh wait, no, instead of 2 fucking thumbsticks, you get the fucking C stick and you get tiny mini optical discs, and the GameCube has a fucking handle. Like, Nintendo, what?
I mean, it had really, dude, it was really strong under the engine. Wasn't it the most powerful of the 3 systems?
I think the Xbox was technically more powerful, but the GameCube was definitely more powerful than the fucking PS2. Absolutely. I mean, you have, dude, Resident Evil 4 launched on the GameCube.
Right.
And Metroid Prime, the Metroid Prime games looked fucking stunning for the time. Even they still do. The art style on that and the art direction on it is so fucking phenomenal. They still hold up even now, especially running an emulator like on a higher resolution. Oh my god! But the point is, dude, Nintendo keeps this is just how they operate. Fucking a couple steps forward, a billion steps fucking back. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. Oh my god, this is fucking terrible. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. Holy fucking shit, what are they doing? This is awful. You know, the peaks and valleys, it's just an emotional roller coaster with these fucking people, and I can't trust them to ever fucking deliver. I feel like we can trust them in the overall long run to eventually deliver. But in the here and now, dude, I'm sorry, I'm fucking terrified.
I feel you.
Sorry, that got a little intense.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not terrified because they're fucking kicking ass, dude. They're fucking kicking ass. I'm playing this thing. It's amazing. It's only been out for a year and a half, and it's killing it. Sales are through the roof. They got a new fucking Smash coming out with every character that's ever been in it. Talk about them listening to fans. Like, you know, Nintendo does this shit, but however, I can't recall a time since, like, I mean, I don't know, even though at the time I thought DS, but in retrospect, like, at first it was like, well, what can you do other than a map? In retrospect, the whole dual screens and fucking, like, it's cool, but it's still a gimmick.
No,
it's cool,
sucks, dude.
but it's still a gimmick.
Fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. We thought the DS was gonna be so fucking hot, dude. We thought it was gonna be so hot.
It was at the time.
Exactly. To an extent, it was fucking hot. To an extent, it really was fucking hot. But in the end, like a lot of Nintendo's choices and products that they put out, they end up being successful either not in the ways that people were anticipating or not in the ways that Nintendo was anticipating. Right? Like, they put out the fucking DS thinking, oh, dual screens, touch screen, this is gonna be the next revolution. And in the end, no. It was not, the DS was not a supremely powerful and did not dominate because it had two screens, or that one of them was a touch screen. No one gave a fuck about that. It dominated because Nintendo continues to be the only company, apparently, that has any idea how to make a portable game, or that knows that a game that you want to play portably is not the same type of game that you want to play on, you know, sitting in a fucking, you know, on a couch in your living room and relaxing. They're the only company that knows that, and that's why the DS dominated. Not for the reason anyone was expecting, not for the reason I think Nintendo was even expecting, but it still did fucking dominate. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, I hope that Nintendo Switch Online is not the touch screen of this new Nintendo generation.
I mean, it's not. It's all, they laying it all out there. We know what it is. It's not even anything like that serious.
They did not lay it all out there. We don't know what it is.
We do.
We know that we're going to be able to play a handful of NES games on it. That's all that we know. And
that's all it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They still have not released the full list of 20 NES games.
That is correct.
What in the actual fuck?
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting because it's not first-party games, and maybe they're waiting to fucking show that off and be like, and guess what? We have all these third-party motherfuckers too. You like that, bitch?
I mean, are we just really impatient? Should we just be like giving them?
You are really impatient. I am. You are like, we haven't gotten this news, which means that it's definitely fucking terrible. And with how good everything is going with the Switch, that's really unprecedented, and it doesn't really make any sense.
All right, Bobby, I'm going to give this one to you.
Yeah, dude. Right. I mean, it's like we have every reason to believe that they are doing really well and making good choices. And the fact remains that even them just having that shit on Switch is great. Like, even if they had none of these games on Switch and no retro stuff, it wouldn't take away from how good it already fucking is. This thing is 100% worth the purchase price for the games that are on it right now. Like, I don't think I could get through all the shit that's on here right now. I certainly can't afford all the shit that's on there right now that I would like to play. That's for fucking sure.
You're right, Bobby. All right, I'm giving this one to you.
All right, word up.
You're right. You're totally right. I'm being a little unreasonable, I feel like. Maybe Nintendo, maybe everything will all work out in the end. And we will be, shit. Feel free to clip these parts of the fucking podcast and re-upload them in a year, a couple months, whatever, and tell us that we're fucking ridiculous and we were wrong when we're all playing Chrono Trigger and FF6 and Secret of Mana on our Switches. Please do, in fact. Please fucking do. With that, I feel like this might be a good place to end it. Bobby, do you have anything else that you wanna cover or go over?
No, that's it. Dead Cells is fucking awesome. Buy it on anything you can, but if you have a Switch, definitely cop it on Switch. Holy crap, it's like $25, and at the time I was like, that seems like a lot, but like, I was like, you know what? It looks so dope, I'm not even gonna hesitate. I have this new Switch, I wanna enjoy it. $25 extra to try this out. It's not so bad, it looks dope, and they're saying it's a Roguevania. Let's do it. holy fucking crap, I don't even know how much. I don't know whether to be proud of this or not. Last weekend, from Saturday morning all the way until Monday morning, I did not leave my apartment once. And other than when a couple of my homies stopped by for about 10 minutes, I did nothing but stay in bed, playing Switch, playing mostly Dead Cells, and making frozen pizzas. Because for fuck's sake, like, dude, I had just gotten it on Friday night. I went to the fucking Target drunk as fuck. And I was so fucking drunk. I mean, I already planned to do it, but I ended up getting sidetracked with some shit and ended up in the process of getting extremely drunk. And I went to the fucking Target, and at that time, all I could think to buy was, other than the Switch, was frozen pizzas. And what the fuck else? I don't know. I got something else that was really ridiculous.
Wait, so that's how you eventually finally got a Switch? You got smashed and then accidentally bought frozen pizzas and a Switch while you were in fucking Target?
No, my destination had already been Target to buy a Switch because I had these issues. Fuck eBay, who fucking, oh my God. What the fuck happened? I don't know. The night before, I called them and tried to make it work and figure out what was going on because eBay had a sale, a 15% off promo code, and their servers were so fucked by the traffic that I couldn't check out and I couldn't use PayPal. I couldn't do anything. So I was going to get a Switch for $270 with this discount, which is really a nice price. $270 shipped.
Yeah.
That's nice. Like, I ended up paying after tax like $315. So that would have been like some nice savings. But so I couldn't get it through. I called eBay support. The woman was like, cool, call back tomorrow. We'll give you the discount code. Okay. I called back the next day. God, I can't even remember what specifically happened, but it was physically impossible to make it work. Like, I think maybe there still were issues with the checkout, and like my card is fine. I even called my bank before I called them just to make sure there were no issues with payment or anything. No problem. My card works everywhere. I made purchases on the Switch. I made purchases in the store. There's no issue with my card. It's just these motherfuckers. So fuck them. Like, that was some bait and switch bullshit. So I was like, I don't want to wait any longer.
A scathing indictment of eBay.
I was so pissed. Buying from Amazon. Yeah, fuck eBay. That was the first time I've been on eBay in ages, and it's the last time I'm going to be going back for a while. What a cesspool that place has become. Oof. So fucking... I was like, I'm not going to wait for Amazon to ship this when it's the same price as Target. I'm just going to Target. I can have it tonight. So I was already heading to Target after work, but I got waylaid in the process. And
when a stingray in front of you struck a pedestrian?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so I ended up drinking for a few hours. And by the time I was done, it wasn't like, oh, bro, I'm going to go get a Switch. It was like, oh, God, I know I'm so fucking drunk, but I need to complete my mission. I will not go home with that Switch. I was like, I don't care how fucked up I am. I'm going to be so happy tomorrow when I wake up and I've got this thing ready to go, especially because the first night, because I was running off my fucking, I still don't have internet, so I was running off my fucking, my personal hotspot or whatever that shit's called. And it took all motherfucking night to download, like, Hollow Knight.
Oh. Wait, and you downloaded Hollow Knight over your fucking hotspot?
Bro, I downloaded Hollow Knight 20XDX, Dead Cells, Celeste, and the demo for Sushi Dough, Way of the Sushi Striker, or whatever that puzzle game is called, which, by the way, is fucking incredible, but not for $60. I wouldn't pay $60 for it, but if it were free, I'd play the shit out of it. The demo is amazing. But yeah, I downloaded all those over personal hotspot.
Wow. That, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking dedication.
Yeah, dude. There are no blockers for me. Dude, with Switch, legit, I don't need internet. I don't need a TV. All I need is my phone with my data. I mean, my data, I'm pretty sure, well, it's going to be throttled if it's not already, but who gives a fuck? Throttle that motherfucker. I don't care. I'll let it sit all night if that's what it takes to download a game. Motherfucker. Like, I'm using my cell phone as like some kind of freaking tool to wire the internet
with
from
the
this
PH for those of you who were born in the 21st century.
Yeah, not like some kind of freaking tool, but like some kind of freaking tool.
Yes.
So, to allow this Nintendo video game system, we're attached to no TV, just this thing, to send information through my phone into space so that I can find the games that I want to get and pull them, including some retro games from, I think it's all Neo games. That alone is so like Snow Crash futuristic, insane. It's only because there aren't like wires and cables and old terminals all around me that this isn't like.
Much to my dismay.
Right. That's the only reason this isn't like a snow crash scenario, because this is a very nice, cozy little place. And so this really cyberpunk scene, it just like, it's like, oh, it's nice and at home. But seriously, pop this under like a space station in a porthole. It's like, yeah, this is fucking crazy, dude. So, yeah, there are no, dude, with Switch, there are no, if I had a PS4, that thing would be sitting in the corner. I'd be using it as a fucking doorstop right now. Useless.
Kids, this is the essence of Bobby Bao. Minimalism, cyberpunk, net hack, no furniture, Nintendo
Dude,
Switch.
I swear to God, if people wouldn't, I love this so much. If number one, if people wouldn't think I was a serial killer, and number two, if I didn't think of my cats would end up getting insanely bored, like I seriously would be able to have just a bed for quite a while in here. Like I do need somewhere to sit, like a couch somewhere I can
question
sit up.
whether or not you would ever have any actual motivation to really get any more furniture.
Well, dude, a couch somewhere to sit up and recline, as opposed to just like lying around in my bed.
Ooh,
that would
imagine
be
the
nice.
opulence, somewhere to sit up and recline.
Yeah, right. I know. At least, dude, I don't have a chair. There are two places you can sit. You can sit. You can sit on the counter. You can sit on my bed. Or you can sit on the toilet. Those are your options, other than the floor. That's it.
You can
Those are the
expect
places
when
you can
visiting
sit.
Bobby Bao, everyone.
Yeah. There's literally nowhere. There's nowhere to sit. It is the absolute essence of, well, it doesn't even seem that serial killer. I don't think. Maybe it's just because the apartment is nice. I don't think it seems that serial killer.
Little John Doe, little what's in the box type shit going on. Over
Yeah,
there.
I don't think it's that bad, but I can't be sure. So shout out to Nintendo and shout out to Switch, because that has allowed me. I was only playing NetHack and playing NetHack via the personal hotspot too. Just playing NetHack. I'm watching Netflix. It was okay, but now with Switch, I have a full fucking gaming experience all over my face. It's awesome, and it made it so I can take my time fucking buying like a TV and figuring out how to arrange this whole place. And there's not like this rush where I'm bored to tears. I'm just like, fuck it, I can wait. It's not a big deal. I'll probably have it decked out pretty soon. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the adoring public in the know.
In summary, shout out Nintendo, shout out Boomstick Gaming, shout out Dead Cells, shout out to Filip fucking Piceman Miucin.
Yeah, fuck that dude. What a piece of shit.
And you know what? Even though we got our probs, little shout out to IGN for doing the right thing here and giving this motherfucker the boot, and rightfully so.
Little shout out to Igan.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, esteemed colleagues, everyone else, again, thank you for listening. Again, if you've listened through to this entire fucking episode, we appreciate you. We love you today. We love you all the way.
And you can kiss my grits. No, I'm just kidding. I love you too.
And we'll be back with you next week with some more stuff very soon.
Bye.
Bye.